High atop Asgard, Heimdall watched. He saw everything. From his high perch he could see the entire realm, every movement, every shadow. His eyes, a gift from the gods, pierced through the thickest fog and the darkest night. Nothing escaped his notice. His eyes, sharper than a hawk's, missed nothing. They were like twin beacons, ever vigilant, ever watchful. He could see the flutter of a bird's wing miles away, the ripple of water in a distant stream. He guarded Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge. This bridge was not just a path, it was a lifeline connecting Asgard to the other realms. It shimmered with all the colors of the spectrum, a beautiful yet formidable barrier. It was the only path to Asgard. Anyone who wished to enter had to cross it, and Heimdall was there to ensure that only those worthy could pass. His presence alone was enough to deter many. Heimdall protected the realm from any danger. He was ever ready, his senses heightened, his body poised for action. He was the sentinel, the guardian, the unwavering protector. He stood for days, weeks, even years. He never tired, he never slept. His dedication was unmatched, his resolve unbreakable. Through storms and sunshine, through the passage of time, he remained steadfast. He was the first line of defense, the first to see any threat, the first to sound the alarm. His vigilance was the shield that protected Asgard from unseen dangers. He was the shield of Asgard. The protector of the gods, the ever-watchful eye that never blinked, never wavered. Heimdall was more than a guardian. He was the very essence of vigilance. One day, Heimdall saw it. A shimmer in the distance, a distortion. It was far out in the cosmos, but he saw it clearly. Something was coming, something powerful. Heimdall's grip tightened on Gjallarhorn, his horn. He felt a tremor in the air. It was faint, but growing stronger. Danger was approaching swiftly. The shimmer grew brighter. It took shape slowly at first. Then, with increasing speed and intensity, the light was almost blinding, a beacon in the vast darkness of space. It was as if the very fabric of the universe was being torn apart to give birth to something new, something powerful. A massive dark ship emerged from the blinding light. Its surface was sleek and menacing, a stark contrast to the brilliance that had preceded it. The ship seemed to absorb the light around it, casting an ominous shadow across the stars. It was a harbinger of doom, a vessel of destruction. It had no markings, no flags, no identifiers of any kind. It was a ghost ship, silent and foreboding. The absence of any symbols or insignia only added to its mystery and terror. It was as if it had come from nowhere, a phantom in the night. It pulsed with an evil energy, a dark aura that seemed to corrupt everything it touched. The very air around it seemed to vibrate with malevolence. This was not just a ship, it was a weapon, a harbinger of chaos and destruction. Heimdall had never seen anything like it. The guardian of the Bifrost, the all-seeing sentinel, was taken aback. His eyes, which had witnessed countless wonders and horrors, were wide with a mix of awe and dread. This was beyond anything he had ever encountered. He knew with a certainty that chilled him to the bone that this was a threat unlike any other. The ship's presence was a blight, a dark omen that signaled the beginning of something terrible. Heimdall's heart raced as he realized the gravity of the situation. He raised Gjallarhorn to his lips, the ancient horn that signaled the onset of war. His hands trembled slightly, but his resolve was firm. The time for action had come. The realms needed to be warned. He took a deep breath, filling his lungs with the cold, crisp air. And then, with all his might, he blew into the horn. The sound was deafening, a powerful blast that cut through the silence like a knife. It was a call to arms, a rallying cry for the warriors of the realms. It echoed across the realms, reverberating through the mountains and valleys, across the seas and skies, the sound of war. It was a sound that would awaken the gods, summon the heroes, and prepare the realms for the battle that was to come. The silent fury had arrived, and the war was about to begin. The sound reached Asgard. Odin heard it. Thor heard it. It was a sound that echoed through the very fabric of their realm, a sound that could not be ignored. The air grew tense and the skies seemed to darken as the gravity of the situation settled in. They knew what it meant. It was a call to arms, a signal that danger was imminent. Odin's eyes met Thor's, and in that silent exchange, 1,000 words were spoken. They had faced many threats before, but this felt different, more ominous. Heimdall was sounding the alarm. An enemy approached, but who were they? The Gjallarhorn's call was unmistakable, a clarion call that resonated through the 9 realms. It was a sound that signified the approach of something formidable, something that could threaten the very existence of Asgard. Where did they come from? Heimdall didn't know. His all-seeing eyes scanned the horizon, searching for answers. But the enemy remained shrouded in mystery. The uncertainty gnawed at him, but he couldn't afford to falter. He had a duty to fulfill. He only knew one thing. He had to stop them. He was the guardian, the protector of the Bifrost, the sentinel of Asgard. His resolve was unshakable, his determination unwavering. He would stand his ground, no matter the cost, and he would not fail. Failure was not an option. The fate of Asgard rested on his shoulders, and he was prepared to bear that burden. His eyes burned with a fierce determination, his heart steeled for the battle ahead. But could he stand alone against this unknown enemy? The question lingered in the air, heavy with uncertainty. Yet Heimdall's spirit remained unbroken. He was ready to face whatever came his way, for he was the guardian, and he would protect Asgard with his life.